Okay, here we have the facility. Hopper bin. Meal comes in here. There's a fill switch on here and a fill switch on the cooling hopper. We have a cooling fan here. Motor that runs the roasting auger. So the roaster heats the grain. Grain goes through here. This fill switch keeps this full. If the fill auger runs too long, if it runs longer than what the max fill time is set for, then the system will start a shutdown sequence saying that we're out of raw beans. So long as this is able to refill in a timely manner, it will continue running. It'll run this empty, refill it, run it empty, refill it. Beans go through the roaster, take about 45 minutes, go into the steeping / cooling hopper, and with a cooling fan on here, go into the auger. Auger goes up, dumps into a 900 bushel an hour Lambton elevator, 500 or 900. Here we're showing a 30-ton bin, welded steel bin, but that can be anything similar. The roaster runs till this hits the fill switch in this cooling hopper, and when it hits the fill switch, which is not full but about 3/4 full, 85% full, the fan starts, runs for a set amount of time. After the cooling fan's done running, the elevator will start, then the auger, and it will run the beans into the elevator and dump them into the hopper bin. We'll dump them into the hopper bin. When this gets empty, the unload stops and it runs for about an hour and 40 minutes to fill back up to where the cooling fan starts. Then there'll also be a cooling fan on here, which we can run that, a 1 horsepower fan on this hopper bin that we can run. If we do, I would set that it runs for like 4 hours, or there'd be a timer for how long that cooling fan will run after the roaster shuts down on a shutdown. This elevator here is going to be, let's say it's a 30-foot tall elevator, and if that is a 900 bushel an hour elevator at 30 foot tall, we would need just over 1 horsepower. So we'd figure a 2 horsepower motor on here, 1.5 or 2 horsepower motor. So figure 2 horsepower on here, 2 horsepower on this red auger feeding this, 1 horsepower cooling fan, 3 horsepower cooling fan on here, 0.5 horsepower auger on roaster, and let's say a 3 horsepower feeding the roaster. So that's what this whole system will take. There will be a full switch also for this bin, that when this bin gets full, it trips that full switch. That full switch will have an extension that's 30 inches to reach down in the bin. That way, when that trips, there's still enough room in here to empty out the whole roasting system. So I like to do a video like this to show you what the system consists of and what I would be building. So if you tell me the dimensions of this hopper bin, I can tell you the dimensions of the elevator. And we don't need to go into the peak of this hopper bin. We can go in halfway up the roof. So in reality, we can have this elevator shortened down to where we can bring this down like this. And have that spout going in like that. That would be what I would recommend. Actually, that's a pretty steep spout. We can kick that out in more of an angle, bring it over here towards the sender, and get pretty near a bin full that way, save 10 foot. Then we can have this elevator fastened to the side of the bin. You can just have angle iron going out to the hopper, angle iron going out to the top here, and so that elevator is fastened to the bin. And if you do a flat top bin like this, which is really nice, you only need 1 ladder going up the bin and then a platform out here to access your stuff on the elevator. But that's up to you. You'd probably be up a couple foot higher here. That there's really handy, but it is extra expense going with the flat roof bins. And that is the system I'm picturing. And if you have any other ideas, let me know. Or if you want me to draw the whole system, everything you're putting in to size and spec for the customer, I can do that, and then you can show the video to the customer on exactly what the machinery is that he's getting. This auger here, so long as this auger's drawn as a 15-foot auger, but if we can set this elevator right next to here, that only needs to be like a 7-foot auger to dump into the bottom there. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I can get you quotes for whatever you need. I also would do this fill auger at 6-inch. Spin it slow at 6-inch because we don't need to fill it fast. And yeah, that'll work good.